series, and this is Pointless, the quiz show where the secret to winning is coming up with obscure answers and scoring the fewest points. Let's meet tonight's contestants. Couple number one.
Hi, I'm Stuart, and this is my friend Patrick.
Welcome back, couple number two.
Hi, I'm Elle, and this is my mate Kieran.
And couple number three.
Hi, I'm Emma, and this is my friend Ruth.
Thank you and welcome to Pointless. Before we play, I need to introduce the boss of obscure knowledge. He's the president of the Andrew Rochford fan club. It's Dr. Andrew Rochford.
Is this still a problem? You're unhappy with being treasurer? We discussed this at the board meeting.
Sorry, Mr. President.
Yes. What a ridiculous start already. One returning couple joining us, Elle and Kieran, coming back. Couldn't get past Leading Ladies Academy Awards. We've got some great questions here. Best of luck and best of luck to everyone playing at home.
As always, if any of our couples can find a pointless answer, we will add $500 to tonight's jackpot, which starts at $8,500. So, let's get straight into it. In the first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer. You'll score 1 point for every one of the 100 people that gave the same answer. At the end of the round, the highest scoring couple will be eliminated. But not like that. Our first question is about the NATO phonetic alphabet. So, can you decide in your couples who's going to go first? And can they please step up to the podium? Talk us through this, Doc.
We're about to show you a list of letters from the alphabet. We would like you to tell us the corresponding words from the official NATO phonetic alphabet. But remember, go for the most obscure.
Thank you, Doc. And here are your first 5 letters. T, S, Z, M, and N. All right. Patrick, how do you feel about this category?
Not too confident, unfortunately, but
That's
I have
all
a
right.
couple of ideas.
OK, give us one of your ideas, Patrick.
I'm thinking that M might be moonlight.
Moonlight. All right. Out of our 100 people, how many of them said moonlight? Oh, it was incorrect. So 100 points for you, Patrick. Sorry. Kieran, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right. Can you give us one of these words, please?
I hope so. I'm going to go with S for Sierra.
S for Sierra. All right, let's see if Sierra is correct and how many of our 100 people said Sierra. It is correct. Now, how many people would have been able to identify that? We're getting down there. Not bad. 25. Well done, Kieran.
Great answer, Kieran. Yep, Sierra. It is Spanish for a long chain of jagged mountains.
Muy bien. Ruth, do you reckon you can have a crack at one of these for us, please?
I know a couple. M and N is really eluding me right now. T, I think it's Tango. Z, Zulu. So I'll go for Zulu.
All right, Z for Zulu. So let's find out if Ruth is correct with Zulu and how many of our 100 people said it. Zulu is correct, but how many people would have thought of it? We're getting down there. 34. Well done, Ruth.
Yes, great answer there, Ruth. Large men in a tribe in Africa, also known as Zulus. Looking at what's left up there, T, rightly pointed out as tango. A dance between a couple of people. At the bottom there, N is November, the month before December. And finally, M is for Mike, my dad's name. Well done if you said that at home. 15 points.
Have you lost your fact sheets? OK.
You're not enjoying it?
So we're halfway through round 1. Kieran and Elle are our low scorers on 25, followed by Ruth and Emma on 34, Patrick and Stuart on 100 points. But it's still anyone's game, so we're going to come back up the line. Can the second players now take their place at the podium? And here is your second batch of 5 letters. We're looking for the words they correspond to in the NATO phonetic alphabet. A, P, K, U, and W. Welcome, Emma. Ruth's gotten you off to a pretty good start. Can you give us one of these?
Yes, I'm going to go with A for Alpha, please.
A for Alpha. Let's see if Alpha is correct. And how many of our 100 people said Alpha? Alpha is correct. Well done, Emma. How many points? 60. All right, that's okay.
like a sprout.
Okay. Elle, welcome back. Do you reckon you can give us one of the words here?
Yes, I'm going to go kilo.
K for kilo. So let's see if kilo is correct and how many of our 100 people said kilo. It is correct. Well done. How many people are going to come up with kilo? We're getting down 35. Well done, Elle.
Yes, well played there, Elle. You know they use the NATO phonetic alphabet to help when different countries communicate with each other because of accents. Helps with spelling mistakes as well.
Stay safe, people. Stuart, I just think we're playing for pride at this point. So, but I'd love you to come up with a pointless answer so we could add $500 to someone else's jackpot. Do you reckon you can you talk us through the rest of the board, Stuart?
I'm also dreading the 200 club, so hopefully we don't end up... I think my initial thought is P polo and you maybe umbrella. I'll go P polo.
All right, come on, let's do it for Stuart. P for polo. Let's see if polo is correct and how many of our 100 people said polo. Oops. That's all right, guys. Go on, Andrew.
Looking through the remaining answers up there, P is not polo, P is papa. And that would have scored you 24 points. U is not umbrella, it is uniform, 17. And W is probably what you guys will need when you get home. Whiskey. 27 points.
Thank you, Doc. So that's the end of round one, and the losing couple with a high score of 200 are Stuart and Patrick. Unlucky tonight, but the good news is we'll be seeing you next time when you get one more chance to play. But join us after the break when we play head-to-head. Welcome back to Pointless, where Kieran and Elle and Ruth and Emma are about to go head-to-head. Now, as you know, you can now play as a team. And the first couple to win 2 points will be playing for tonight's jackpot. Let's play head-to-head. Best of luck, everyone. Here is your first question, and it's about movie villains. Andrew.
We're about to show you 5 pictures of iconic movie villains. We would just like you to tell us the name of the villainous character. But remember, you want to go for the one you think the fewest people will know. Very best of luck.
Thank you, Doc. And here are your 5 villains. A. B. C. D. And E. All right, we're starting with Kieran and Elle because you had the lowest score in the last round. Can you identify one of these movie villains?
I only know C and E.
That's what I was going to say.
OK. We will go with... Go for it.
There you go.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Okay. E, the Wicked Witch of the West. We're now going over to Ruth and Emma. Do you want to talk us through the rest of the board?
Yep. So A, David Bowie in Labyrinth, but I'm struggling to remember the character name at the moment. B looks like Norman Bates in Psycho. C, Darth Vader. D, I don't know.
Do you want to go for B then?
So I think we'll go with B, Norman Bates.
B, Norman Bates. All right, we're starting with Kieran and Elle's answer. They said E, the Wicked Witch of the West. So let's see if that is correct and how many people said the Wicked Witch of the West. It is correct. How many of our 100 people identified that correctly? Oh, 39. Not a bad result. But there's room here for Ruth and Emma to take the point. You need to score 38 points or fewer with your answer. You said B, Norman Bates. Let's see if Norman Bates is correct and how many people said Norman Bates. Norman Bates is correct. Can we get below that red line? We're heading there fast. It looks like, yes, we've done it. How low can we get with Norman? 12. Well done, Ruth and Emma. You've won the point.
Well played, Ruth and Emma. That is Norman Bates from Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock movie in 1960, played by Anthony Perkins. Now, supposedly on set, Alfred Hitchcock would only refer to Anthony Perkins as Master Bates.
Ask your parents, kids.
Just the facts. C there is Darth Vader. Would have scored you 74 points. D is Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. 11 points. But the best answer on the board was David Bowie. The character in Labyrinth was Jareth, the Goblin King. Well done if you said that at home. That would have scored you 5 points. Now, supposedly with the Wicked Witch of the West there, played by Margaret Hamilton in 1939, there were scenes that she did that were so scary, they just didn't make it.
All right. Thank you, Doc. So, with Ruth and Emma winning the first point, Kieran and Elle need to win the next point to stay in the competition. Let's see if they can do it after the break. Welcome back to Pointless, where Ruth and Emma have taken the lead in our head-to-head round with 1 point. Let's see whether Kieran and Elle can even the score with a win here. All right, now our next question is about Australian Test cricket captains. Andrew.
We are about to show you some clues to men who have captained Australian Test cricket. We would just like you to give us the answer. Good luck, and good luck to everyone playing at home.
Thank you, Doc. Let's take a look at our 5 clues. Ended his Test career with a batting average of 99.94. Victorian batsman famous for racing pigeons. Last alphabetically among surnames of all Australian captains. His autobiography is titled Out of My Comfort Zone. And captain at the time of the infamous one-day match underarm incident. OK, Ruth and Emma, we're starting with you. You've got the advantage here with 1 point already. How's your knowledge of Australian Test cricket captains?
The fourth one for me pretty much sums up how I'm feeling now.
All I can think is the last alphabetically
Go for it.
might be Steve Waugh.
So, last alphabetically among surnames of all Australian captains, Ruth and Emma are going with Steve Waugh. Kieran and Elle, can you talk us through the rest of the board?
I know some of them. The first one's Don Bradman. The second one, I think, is Bill Lawry. Fourth one, Out of My Comfort Zone, maybe Steve Waugh. And the fifth one, it's one of the Chappell brothers, either Ian or Greg. Elle, any others?
I've got no input.
I'm going to go the Victorian batsman famous for racing pigeons and go with Bill Lawry.
Bill Lawry, OK. We're starting with Ruth and Emma's answer. They said that the last alphabetically among surnames of all Australian captains is Steve Waugh. Let's see if that's right and how many people said Steve Waugh. Oh, incorrect. Sorry, gang. Kieran and Elle, all you need here is a correct answer to pick up the point and stay in the game. You've said that the Victorian batsman famous for racing pigeons was Bill Lawry. So, let's see if Bill Lawry is correct and how many people said Bill Lawry. Bill Lawry is correct, well done, but how many points are we going to get? Could we get a pointless answer with Bill? Could we add to the jackpot, please? 16, that's all right, but well done, Kieran and Elle. You've won the points.
Let's go up to the top of the board. Every Australian should know this. This should score 100. That is Sir Donald Bradman. 47.
Oh, my God.
Please.
53 people about to have their citizenship revoked.
His autobiography titled Out of My Comfort Zone, that was Steve Waugh. And that would have scored you 11 points. Have you ever played cricket, Mark?
Just a little bit.
Have you ever been hit in the box? Because I'm pretty sure that's where Steve got his name for his autobiography from.
Got him in the old baggy purple, eh?
Kieran, you were spot on with the captains. It was Greg Chappell, scored you 28 points there. He told his brother Trevor to bowl the underarm ball. But the answer that everybody was looking for, which was not Steve Waugh, it was Graham Yallop. He's the last alphabetically, and that was a pointless answer. Very well done if you said that at home.
Thank you, Doc. At the end of 2 questions, each of our couples has scored a point. So we are going to go to a decider question. Yes. And our third question tonight is about Dickens characters. Andrew.
We're about to show you a list of Dickens characters with every second letter removed. We will also give you the name of the novel for which that character appears in brackets. We just need you to fill in those gaps and tell us the name of the Dickens character. Good luck.
And here are your names. E-E-E-E S-R-O-E, A Christmas Carol. F-G-N, Oliver Twist. M-S, H-V-S-A, Great Expectations, TE, ATU, DDE, Oliver Twist, and WLIS, MCWE, David Copperfield. We're going back to Kieran and Elle here. Can you give us one of these Dickens characters, please?
Well, I know the first, second, and fourth, not the third or the fifth. I think maybe the fourth might be more obscure than the second.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We'll go for the fourth one there, and The Artful Dodger.
The Artful Dodger for Kieran and Elle. Over to you, Ruth and Emma. Can you talk us through the rest of these?
Yeah, so the top one's Ebenezer Scrooge. Then you've got Fagin, Miss Havisham, The Artful Dodger, and let's go for Willis something. So which one do you think is going to be the lowest?
I think maybe Miss Havisham.
Yeah, we'll go for Miss Havisham.
Miss Havisham in Great Expectations. All right, let's start with Kieran and Elle's answer. They said that number 4 is The Artful Dodger from Oliver Twist. Let's see if The Artful Dodger is correct and how many people said it. It is correct, but how many people could identify that? We're heading down there. How many people knew The Artful Dodger? Not many, 16. Well done, Kieran and Elle. Good answer. Oh, it has all come down to this. Ruth and Emma, you need this point to take the round and go through to the jackpot round. You have said that the third one is Miss Havisham from Great Expectations. You want to score 15 points or fewer. Let's see if Miss Havisham is correct, and if so, how many people said Miss Havisham? Miss Havisham is correct. We're racing towards that red line, but will we cross it? Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Yes, we've gone beneath. Well done. Well done, Ruth and Emma. You've won the point and the round. Bad luck, guys.
What a great head-to-head. Well played, both teams. Running through the remainders up there. Ebenezer Scrooge from A Christmas Carol would have scored you 32 points. Fagin, the second one there from Oliver Twist, would have scored you 47. And the one at the bottom is Wilkins Micawber. That would have scored you nothing. Pointless. Very well played if you said that at home.
Thank you, Doc. Well, bad luck, Kieran and Elle. We're going to have to say goodbye. But thank you so much for playing Pointless. And coming up, we'll see whether Ruth and Emma can take out our Pointless jackpot. Welcome back to Pointless, where Ruth and Emma have valiantly battled their way into the final round, picking up our coveted Pointless trophy. Isn't she beautiful? They now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot, which stands at $8,500. Oh, yeah. So how does the final round work? Well, to win the jackpot, all you have to do is find a pointless answer that none of our 100 people could come up with. But first, you've got to choose a category from these two options, and they are track and field or movie stars.
Yeah,
Both of us in agreement the second one will be better.
Movie stars. All right, tell us more, Andrew.
2 categories in this one. The first one is Reese Witherspoon films. Here we are looking for the name of any full-length feature film in which Reese Witherspoon appeared and received an acting credit, as according to the IMDb website. The second category is Toni Collette films of the noughties. Here we're looking for the name of any full-length feature film in which Toni Collette appeared and received an acting credit between 2000 and 2009, as according to the IMDb website.
Thank you, Doc. Now, you have 30 seconds to come up with your 2 best answers, and all you need to win the jackpot of $8,500 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Let's put 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now.
She's been in like a few cameos, like I think maybe Hop, was she in that?
I think so, yeah. And
Sweet Home Alabama.
Alabama, that was one I thought of too, in terms of Toni Collette. Obviously Muriel's Wedding, but we're not going to go with that. Cosy was another one from the 90s.
That one might be good, because I've never heard of that before.
10 seconds.
A little bit more obscure. If we go for one for Reese and one for Toni.
Yeah. Which one? Sweet Home Alabama or one of the cartoon ones?
Sweet Home Alabama.
Time is up. Let's get your 2 answers, and please let us know the category those answers relate to.
For the Reese Witherspoon film, we'll go with Sweet Home Alabama. And for the Toni Collette film, we're going to go with Cosy.
Sweet Home Alabama and Cosy. So the first answer you gave as a Reese Witherspoon film is Sweet Home Alabama. for $8,500. Let's see if that is a pointless answer. It is a correct answer. Let's see how many of our 100 people could think of Sweet Home Alabama. Hopefully none. Oh, 25. That's all right. Okay. That's all right. You still got one answer left on the board. Now, we were looking at Toni Collette films from the noughties, and you have said Cozzy. For $8,500, is Cozzy a pointless answer? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Andrew.
Tough one there, guys. Cozzy was in 1996, so it was outside of the noughties from 2000 to 2009. Sweet Home Alabama, great movie there with Josh Lucas. A little bit too good. 1/4 of our 100 knowing that one. Looking at some of the other Reese Witherspoon movies that were pointless. The Importance of Being Earnest was a pointless answer. The Trumpet of the Swan and Twilight, not the vampire movies. A different Twilight movie. Were all pointless answers. Well done if you said any of those. Looking at the Toni Collette movies, a few of those. Dirty Deeds from 2002 was a pointless answer. Like Mine's another pointless answer. And Hey Hey, it's Esther Blueberger. Pointless answer. And if you want to find out how you went with your pointless answers, just log on to 10Play.
Ruth and Emma, you didn't take home our jackpot tonight, which means that it rolls over the next show when we'll be playing for $10,500. Wow. So join us next time for Pointless. But for now, it's goodbye from Doc.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.